The guy who followed me home wasn't random, so I let detectives hear the recording. I kept trying to convince myself I was just overthinking things. But every night after my late shift, this same man appeared behind me, keeping the exact same distance and the exact same steady pace. Never passing me, never falling too far behind, just close enough that I could feel him watching me. And after a few nights of this strange routine, the sick feeling in my stomach wouldn't go away. Because it wasn't the walk of someone heading home. It was the walk of someone studying a target. And one night I decided to test my fear, slipping behind a dumpster to see if he'd keep going. But instead I heard his footsteps slow. And then I heard him muttering to himself in this low, almost excited voice saying, "Finally have a quiet spot to grab her." And that sentence hit me like ice water running down my spine, my hands shaking so hard I almost dropped my phone as I opened the camera app and hit record, keeping it hidden at my side while I stepped back onto the sidewalk and forced myself to walk normally, even though my heart was pounding so loud I could hear it in my ears. And instead of heading straight home, I went into the nearest busy store, pretending to browse while I told the clerk I needed to call the police because someone had been following me for days, and when officers arrived, I handed them the recording, watching their expressions shift from concern to something much sharper because they recognized his voice instantly from a series of attempted kidnappings in the next city over. Cases where the victims had described hearing the same creepy muttering right before the man tried to grab them. And just a few days later, detectives called me saying they had caught him near another apartment complex with zip ties, duct tape, gloves, and a knife stuffed into his backpack, clearly hunting for another opportunity. And then they said something that made my stomach drop all over again, telling me he had been watching me for over a week, studying my schedule, mapping out when I walked home alone, waiting for the perfect moment. And it hit me all at once how close I came to being another missing person headline, instead of the person who recorded his voice, trusted her instincts, and helped put a predator exactly where he belonged in the first place.